Looks so naked without that rear lip. So I got my TRD rear lip, and I actually had it mounted up because you can kind of see if you let it sit, it kind of just rounds out a little bit. So I had it mounted on the car, and what I did was pretty much, I'll show you. Back in here, I think same for the side skirts. There's like a weird splash thing that goes back there. It's almost like an extra part to the fender liner, but it's just like a mini cover, and it's 2 bolts. But you take that out, and then you're able to wrap it around, drill a hole through the lip, and then just drill it into there. So I had it mounted up on both sides, didn't tape it or anything, but now I'm gonna end up painting it, mounting it, taping it, so it goes on for a perfect fitment. Actually, you know what? Let me put it on so you guys can see how it looks, just as is. Okay, so you might be able to see in that little corner there, there's a little bit of gap. And here's a comparison, just as like a full view of the car. Hard to tell with the shadows. The exhaust is kind of laying right up against it, which won't be a big deal because I'm gonna have the exhaust redone. But overall, it's pretty good fitment once you get it heated up and then kind of shape it. But like I said too, I'm gonna end up taping the whole perimeter of it once it's painted. That way when I put the bolts in and tape it, it'll just stay on there pretty secure. So I'm pretty much gonna fast forward through the whole painting process and everything, just because it's really boring and I know you guys just want to see it mounted up. But this is what I'm using. It's the Duplicolor Perfect Match 1CO, which is our paint code for that color. And I think I showed you guys last time, but I did the side skirts with the same paint match stuff. This top little spoiler part, and also the front lip. So I think it's gonna match pretty damn well. Okay, I got most of the paint on, went through and probably did 4 coats, and I haven't hit it with clear yet. So right now, I mean, it's okay. Could be better. You can kind of see in camera where it's like a little bit splotchier, I guess. I did my best to mask this off, so we'll see how well it actually turned out once I pull the tape off. But because it's staying black, and because, you know, it's already primered black, or, you know, ABS is already black, what I'll end up doing is just sanding it back down and hitting it with a fine grit so it looks glossy again. Or maybe even matte would be cool, but gonna finish adding clear coat and then put it back on this, get it properly mounted, and then see how we look from there. Overall, it turned out pretty okay. But like I was saying too before, there's a couple spots I want to sand up in there, especially over here, to kind of clean it up a little bit. I guess I didn't mask off enough, but honestly, being so close to the exhaust, I don't think that's gonna matter too much. But yeah, overall, I think that's gonna look dope. So let me go ahead and sand that down real quick, and then I'll clean the bottom lip part, tape it up, and then mount it. So a minor problem. Paint was starting to chip up here, which I guess won't look too terrible. But the thing is, I feel like being that this is ABS, I probably would have had scuffed it up or sanded it down a lot further. You know, when I scuffed it up, I only used like 180 grit, just thinking I could kind of scuff it up a little bit to get the paint to stick. This might sound terrible, but you know, I've been kind of working on this all day, so I think I'm gonna run it for now. And if it rains and washes away, whatever, I'll pull it off, do it the right way for sure next time. But for how it's gonna look, I think it'll be cool, at least if it stays on, kind of. Let me start getting this lined up with tape and put it on. There she is. So I have some sad news. it's definitely like a 50-footer, because the sides are pretty damn good if you ask me. Not bad at all. But then once you get over here, there's that gap from sitting in the sun too long. And believe it or not, I have this whole thing lined with 3M tape. The thing is, you can't really push to get it on there because it's extremely hot outside and the tape just is not sticking. I might feel comfortable running it like this, sort of, for a little bit at least. I mean, overall, it doesn't look bad, and especially in photos, it's not going to look bad unless you get really close to it. But overall, I think it looks pretty sick. I just need to find a way to secure that center section a little bit better. So that's probably what I'll be doing in the next few days at least. Finding a way to secure that a little bit better. But yeah, hope you guys like this. Hope it wasn't too boring and, you know, too disappointing for you guys, but here she is. And I'll do a quick walk around. TRD rear lip, visage style side skirts, and then the Gretty front lip. Gretty rep, whatever. Alright guys, I'll see you in the next one.